fixtures that the Lions have. A lot of games in Johannesburg, but one in Soweto. That'll be good against the Bulls. They go to Windhoek, then they go to the USA, Canada, and back to Chicago. Then a lot of games are in Johannesburg, a lot of home games here at Ellis Park, and then the to be confirmed promotion relegation games at the end of July, early August. Well, it's rain, rain, and rain again here in Johannesburg, and so a very wet field will await the players. This is the Lions squad that has been signed for the season. See there, CJ van der Linde and Warwick Tecklenburg, Frank and Mostert have come over from the Bulls. They've got a number of players up from Griquas as well. Those are the backs. Michael Bondicio, good to see him there. Marnitz Boshoff has come up from the Griquas. Ruan Combrink, Guy Crinier, Lionel Crinier, Ross Crinier, and Dylan Desfountain, all very experienced players. Stokkies Hanekom has signed with the Lions for a season. So those people under the umbrella, real rugby supporters. That's the player exodus. You see, Jacobi Adriaanse has gone overseas, and also Etienne Westhuizen with the Brumbies. So Jake White's been doing his homework, and Glasgow for Josh Strauss. Interesting to see how Yaku Tauta goes and where he will play, in fact, for the Stormers. And Lionel Mapu has gone across the Yuxke. The Southern Kings have got Waylon Murray and Michael Killian. So let's just have a look at the weather report. It's not cold here in Johannesburg despite the very wet weather, and it is, as I speak to you, it is raining down quite heavily. And as I say, those are the die-hard rugby supporters, and so those are the die-hard guys who get paid to do that. Would you believe? And our cameramen also have to brave the weather. The head coach is Kingsley Jones, the former Welsh international. They have 7 players who played in the World Cup in 2011 in New Zealand, losing to the USA, Italy, Australia, and Ireland. USA, they only went down 6-13. Look out for number 8, Victor Gressev, who signed with the London Wasps last year. And there is the MTN Lions side that will take the field. A good front row. Henrik Ruud, Franco Mostert is a real trier. Good loose forwards as well. Then Stokkies Hanekom, Harold Forster is still 19 years old. Lionel Crinier has been around a while, so has Michael Bondicio. Andries could see, of course, the fullback for most of the season for the Lions last year, both in Super Rugby and Absa Currie Cup. Now we'll have a look at the replacements. Quite a number of those players. You've got Van Rooyen, Kotza, Kloppers, Chibidi, Boshoff and Nel will all make for their debuts for the Lions if called on by coach Johan Ackermann. And just one other player who played in the World Cup is Kiselev, the number 19 forward. So the Russian side with small numbers take the field, led by Alexander Foitov, playing his 58th game. Gressev, the number 8 I spoke about, will be playing his 50th game for his country tonight. Alexander Foitov, who was in the World Cup in 2011, and there's Victor Gressev. Watch for him. He was man of the match, or should I say Russian man of the match at 2 of their World Cup games. They lost heavily to Italy, Australia and Ireland, but a narrow defeat to the USA. It will be an interesting game, and I have in commentary with me this evening former Springbok Kabani Bobo.
Good evening, Hugh. It's been great to see how this Lions young team come up against these experienced players who played in the World Cup in 2011. There's a lot of youngsters making their debuts for the Golden Lions. So it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt and how they feature themselves in this weather. The conditions have been great. It's raining, but the Lions will be looking forward to the Lions Challenge.
So led up by their mascot, the Lions will follow with JC Janse van Rensburg, Denmark Bezuidenhout, Ruan Dreyer, and as I say, Ruud and Mostert make up the tight forwards. Franco Mostert played Vodacom Cup rugby for the Blue Bulls and also was one of the real stars of the Tuck side in the Varsity Cup. He was one of those 110%ers. So very interesting to see how he goes. Lionel Bernier makes his debut in a Lions jersey, former South African under-21 player out of Queen's College. Anthony Fulmink, who held down that left wing berth in the Super Rugby and Currie Cup last year, from just about the most southerly tip of Africa, Bredasdorp. Lawrence van der Merwe, experienced referee, will handle the whistle. Edouard Nel and Peter de Villiers are his assistants, and Johan Greef is the TMO. So it's the Russians in white, the Lions in red.
Peter, ready to go?
And so here we go, the 2013 season about to kick off in terms of televised 15-a-side rugby in South Africa. It goes very deep to Gresev. He's a strong and well-built man and runs very aggressively. And you can be sure that the Russians will make it a physical confrontation. They've got the brothers Yanushkin at half-back, Sergei Fly half, and the more experienced Alexander Yanushkin at scrum half, playing in his 53rd game this evening. You can see there the rain falling.
It was a very good, well-controlled exit play from the Russians. Very composed in terms of the play, getting the ball to the fly and making out the line-out.
Great line-out ball for the Lions. It was Mostert who got it down. Now Van Rensburg. So the Lions starting to build up a little bit. Bondisio and Trunier, nice little ball out to Helbach. Tluchnikov, the 30-year-old Russian fullback, was up on defense there. That's Helbach.
The Lions taking the ball up to the line, even though Lion was always going to try that. With good hands from Stekkies Honeycomb, just trying to keep the ball in the field there. Dion pushed out the turnover line out ball for the Russians.
Stolen well by Mostert. So he's shown his worth already as a new signing for the Lions. Just getting a little bit of coordination going in that ball. The referee with his arm out, and the Lions win a penalty.
That's a great strike for Frank Mostert. He's going to be the guy who's going to be calling all the line-up calls. Taking one against the head, I guess, and at line-out.
And so JC Janssen van Rensburg taking the conservative role. The Johan Ackermann said at the launch of the tournament that the Lions will be taking these 15 games very, very seriously. It's a real challenge for them.
You can see with the way they're so fine-tuned already at the start of the season, 19th of January. They set up the ball from the turnover ball, and in that way giving themselves a chance to state themselves and get themselves on the front foot from the forwards. And the Russians just coming from the back there, disturbing play to the scrum off. Penalty ensued. Chance for Lion Cronier now to have a shot at the post.
For the first points at Ellis Park this year, and Lionel Cronier has done the job. Great support from those Lions supporters.
It's a great start for this young team. First opportunity to put points on the board. Lionel Cronier doing with the palm. Great kick from him. Will settle his nerves as he starts for the Lions for the first time.
One also must just mention the lovely little touch by Stokkies Hanekom in that line movement when they nearly got Helbach away. The control at forward time has been good. Bondisio, Crunier,
Thank you.
Mostert. Bondisio again now, a chance for younger Forster, getting it nicely away to Kutsia. Continuity is good by the Lions. Crunier, now the heavy men, oh, it's been lost forward, but the Lions have won a penalty. They may have a little problem with the interpretation. Bondisio seized it up well. Now it's Forster. Young Harold Forster comes from the Palaborwa area. Now Billy Brits, former captain of the Shimmers, away from Foreman, who did well to get it to Derek Minnie. Forward pass, says Lawrence van der Merwe, but Derek Minnie just showing a burst there that we're familiar with.
Yeah, that was pretty offside.
Great play from the Lions, keeping the ball possession. Whether it's always going to be testing for their skills, but you can see Suez de Bruyn's kind of hand on this game, building it up. This is cool forward, but it was great innovation from him. Anthony Folmick
On the left.
getting the tap on.
Thank you.
And that man, Derek Mee, with the good hard run, leg drive, pumping his legs through the contact. Pity that it was a forward pass, now they have to scrum.
See the Russians just a fraction heavier than the tight five of the Lions,
Crouch.
and the loose forwards of the Lions bigger than the Russians.
I guess that's maybe that's where they get close to that 2 kilograms.
Bondisio just getting it away for Dreyer there. Bondisio again. And they've done well, have the Lions here. Bondisio nearly saw, or he saw what he thought was a gap, closed down very quickly. Their support play has been good so far. Good continuity, pick and go by the Lions. And this is just putting the Russians under a lot of pressure. Rut. Bondisio, good ball out for Crunier. Now it's with Kutsia. Kutsia's done well to maintain possession under a high tackle situation. And we'll see the referees signal here.
Time out.
Now, who can speak English in that Russian side? I suppose the number 8, Gresev,
Number
must
6.
be able to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the interviews.
Down. Round the neck.
It was Andrei Temnov, number 6.
Showing the intensity of the Lions, keeping the ball, getting a young pack up against this Russian experienced
Work
team.
harder, please.
It's a bit of a high tackle across above the shoulder coming in from Andrei Ovchakov. But Kutsia done well to keep the ball in hand.
Yeah, no wonder Temnov was a bit taken aback when the referee looked to see his number, because it was the right winger. More good work by Franco Mostert, the boykie from Brits.
Judge to be lost the ball forward there from Franco Mostert. Guess one of the guys was supposed to come in to clean that ball from the line out, make sure that they consolidate that possession. It's knocked on a bit. It's always going to be challenging with the conditions. It's a good start from the Lions up on the field, playing upfield, right inside the 22 of the Russian team. Loads of pressure to be put on by Michael Bondisio to the fly.
And another really good opportunity for some of these young Lions players to play in televised games, get the experience of playing against overseas teams. Some very good French sides are Gênes amongst them, one of the famous French clubs.
Just on that scrum, it just went down. Guess the footing will be a bit hard in this wet field.
Because of this slip.
The new laws changing now, even the calling of the scrum set being the anchor word that's going to make the guys go together and go for that hit. It's a 3 pre-call.
You need to be the same height as the rest of you guys.
Set to set it off.
He's lower than the other 2. You need to be the same height. Let's
Well,
go.
you've got the brothers Snobeladze at number 1 and number 2, but Zikov, the tight head prop, looks to be about lock height. Very tall man on the far side of the scrum for Russia.
Russia will find themselves in the tight phases, especially in the scrum.
You can see his height there. Look how he towers above the Snobilazzi brothers.
Oh, the Snobilazzi brothers must be feeling like dwarfed by him. But it's a chance to get underneath him and use his body. Make sure he beats him on the hit. Go forward for the Lions. Put loads of pressure on the 8-man aggressive. Was probably going to be looking to pull off so that he can get some pressure off the halfbacks.
Well, it's a penalty, aggressive. Yushkin. And Snobilazzi couldn't hold on. It was the loose head drop. That time, Grigori.
Lions very up for the physical part of this game. Already making meaningful tackles, dominating in that situation, which is good for the young team. This way he can get the confidence. See there, not JC dropping his bind on the scrum. And Lawrence van der Merwe sporting it out as he was standing on just across on that side. Good positioning for the ref. He knew the way the problems on the line.
Look that elbow on the back. Crouch.
So interesting is how the Lions do got a great
Touch.
attacking position.
Bondisio, Brits. Not sure that the Russians were 10 meters there.
Not the 10.
Bondisio, Mostert. Help from Rutt. Now, well, nice little dummy by the scrum half. Youngster Derek Winnie was right on his shoulder. Worked out. Oh, and they'll go back, I think, for the infringement by the Russians. They weren't 10 meters, that's the problem.
Oh, it's good. Lifting the pace, Michael Vandisio, making sure that he keeps them on their back foot. Not giving him time to rest the Russian side. Putting on the pressure. You can see the Lions for their up this game, coming around the corner, making sure that they get good go-forward ball before they set it off to their back.
Offsides, last man's feet. At least one step back. Have a chat to your whole team.
So obviously Alexander Voitov understands English.
It's very short.
Plays for a company, a team WA Podmoskyov, which is in a place called Marino, which is about 38 k's west of Moscow. And quite a few of the players come from the same club. Attempt number 2 by Lionel Crenier is good. So they've dominated possession, they've dominated territory, and they have 6 points to show for it.
They'll be very happy with their conversion rate. 2 visits to the 22 of the Russian side, and they've got penalties and they've got points on board. The Russian team seems not being backed from that short penalty. They lose the momentum that the Lions losing the ball from JC Janssen from Rensburg.
Well, if they get this plethora of possession, the Lions, they need to keep their concentration up at a high level, because they just need to keep their pattern and that sort of thing. Voitov nearly into the Lions 22. It's a good little charge. Their combination at forward time looks pretty good. Yanushkin is a little fellow who's played here in Sevens rugby for Russia. Yanushkin again, finding his brother. Now it's the fullback, Polichnikov. Yanushkin, then away forward, Gresev. Yanushkin again, just away for Butenko, the number 7 flanker. Number 6 flanker, Temnov, looks to be a pretty live wire play. Are the Lions offside there? Yes, they are, says Lawrence van der Merwe.
Hands in 4, right?
Hands in, yeah.
Using hands in that ruck. Well sported by Lawrence van der Merwe. He's always willing to put his body on the line for any team that he plays for. Coming down from the Hekwas, Hanegrut went down to Warriors too. He's an experienced player, he should have known better. It's a great take the ball in by Temenov. You can see Hendrik Rook, hands in the ruck there. It's already formed. 2 men from either side have formed all over the ball. So it's deemed to be a ruck, and he had his hands in it.
Some referees would sort of say to a player, beaten by the ruck, beaten by the fact that the ruck was formed when you put your hands in. Shnobeladze, Valerie that time. It's a good drive by the Russians. Well, they've got a great body position up to the Lions line. All they need to do is try and get the ball down now.
It's good work from Derek Meany.
Well, again, trying to burrow over, forming, screaming for reinforcements on the short side.
It's a ruck. You can't pick it up in the ruck. Same as the previous penalty.
Oh, very technical call from Lawrence van der Merwe. Can't pick the ball in the ruck. Similar thing that Hendrik Roth was blown up for.
Well, it's the right decision in terms of what the referee saw. Ruck is formed. The player tried to pick it up in the ruck, and that is against the laws.
It's down. You can see that they formed the ruck here. Temenov locking up with Willy Blitz. So it is in the ruck formation. You can't use your hands to pick the ball up. Maybe a bit of white line fever coming off from the Russians.
I think he got some advice from the Lions players as well, by the looks of it there.
It's always good to have the knowledge of the laws. Influence the ref sometimes, but politely.
And for Twitter, there you have #SSRugby.
It's always good to have rugby back in the television screens in early January. You can always interact with Twitter. #SSRugby. Follow all those people, follow people on Twitter. It's your chance to interact and talk some rugby.
Martin Bezait note finding Mostert, not in straight.
Not in straight. Scrum down.
Cheaply giving away position there. The lines on set phase, always important. That's where you start your attacking play. Most of the patterns for the coaching come from your set phases. Gives a chance though to this Russian team, see how their backline's going to play.
Well, he's had a lot of time on the bench, has Martin Bezait note, in the shadow of Kalifasaki. But now things look better in terms of his starting opportunities.
Touch. Set.
Strong scrum by the Lions. You see the slow ball. The backs having to get on the back foot to stay on side. This is where collectively they look pretty good. That's the number 7 flanker again, Butenko.
No more hands.
Yanushkin away for the brother. Good break by him. Really promising. Held up by Kutsia. Yanushkin. Gresev. And now for Shnobeladze. That was the hooking brother, Valerie. Very little chance for the centres. Makovetsky and Reshnev.
Get up.
Shnobeladze.
No more hands.
And now a chance here for Makovetsky. Well laid back by him.
Stay on.
Full back up, they're looking for work. Yanushkin just directing the traffic. He's the big playmaker, we are told, in this Russian team. Yanushkin again, then for Gresev. Victor Gresev is a player they must use in those barging runs. Yanushkin now away for Butenko. Good possession this through 11 phases and a disappointing end.
Well, the Russians will be very disappointed about that. What a great take and a great steal from JC Janssen van Rensburg. See, anyone nowadays can forage for that ball, getting yourself in the right body positioning, getting your hands in your body position, keeping staying on your feet. The Russians not asking too many questions against this Lions team. Playing a very narrow attack, being physical, as we know, with the big experience pack. There's a great tackle from Willy Bled. See Janse getting himself down it. Stills the ball pretty well. It was great work from the loose head and the captain of the Lions.
Top two.
Bit of a problem here for Snobulazzi. Played in the World Cup in 2011. Bit of tidying up to do by the medical staff.
Playing.
So Martin Zaydenhout's got to get it right now.
Oh, Franco wanted to be the one who's calling the line out, giving the options on Martin Zaydenhout. Hopefully for the front ball.
Goes to Morstead, but good work by Bondisio there. And Harold Forster has come up the ranks of Lions rugby. Forster has. Still available for their under-20 team. The big force of Hendrik Ruud being used to good effect. Billy Brooks gets through the tackle of Gressler.
On out.
Gressler using the touchline. Extra defender the touchline. He never beat that man. Step on that line,
to Brain there, and JP and Johan Ackermann. Space to Brain, who's come up from the Sharks.
It's good drift defense from the Russians. Using that touchline as a defender. Willy Brett's not able to keep the ball alive, promoting it to Anton Volmek.
Good tackling there by Ochakov, the other wing, Babayev. It's his 27th birthday today. He hasn't as yet to touch the ball. Rondisio's working hard, getting plenty of possession. Cronier did well to evade the tackles there. Now Hanakom. I still touch to Kutsia. Then away. And continuity is good by the Lions.
Get on!
Bondisio, Ruud. He will bring the physical side for the Lions. Now Bondisio again. Cronier. And he very nearly threw that gap, and I think then just the ball knocked out of his grasp by the Russian tackler.
Ball protection is going to be vital in these conditions.
Stop playing.
Staying strong on the ball in hand, especially when you're going through the contact. You can see he had loosely hand. With a great tackle from Snobby. Hitting him right onto the ball.
Too wide.
A little bit of respite from the rain. Now it seems to have stopped for the moment.
Lionel Cronier is always going to take that up to the line. He's a kind of player who enjoys taking it forward and making sure that his forward pack is always moving forward when the ball goes to the back line.
Tell him same thing. Same thing. No more.
Well, they have a problem with Hendrik Ruud receiving attention there, but they have a problem with their hooker and his bleeding nose. So they will bring on Volkov.
The first thing he has to do is go into that scrum. Saw the last scrum, the Lions going forward. Lions had a great scrum in the Currie Cup. JC Jansen van Rensburg leads from the front there. Martin Zaydenhout and Rondrea setting up a great platform from the front row of the Lions.
On the back. He must bind on the back, not on the arm. I'm on. Crouch. Touch. Not stable.
See if they change the fortunes of the Russian scrum. Volkov just come on for Valery Snobadze.
Crouch.
Formation of the back line of Russia looking to keep this ball in on flat.
Again, the Lions applying the pressure. And watch, there'll be high fives around here now.
Oh, it's great. It's how you build the team spirit. Doing the basics right. As we call it, JC Young's respect. Getting a good hit in there. And they all work together. You can see the quick, small feet looking around. Lions putting a lot of pressure into the 8th man of Russia.
So the Lions with good options now, both left and right. Andries could see it lurking straight behind the scrum. Could be the receiver from Bondisio. Maybe Billy Brits will pick and go. There we go. And he's well wrapped up by Janushkin, who's a much smaller man. The Lions keep the momentum. They've turned around again. Billy Brits will go. You see that new law, use it. You've got 5 seconds to use it behind the ruck. I think that's the most positive law that they've brought in at the IRB. Bondisio, Krunier. That time he ball security was good. Bondisio again, Janse van Rensburg. Now a chance here for Kutsia. We said he was lurking. Bondisio now for that youngster Forster, and oh, they couldn't get it on the inside there to Dion Halbach. Now, where's the possession? It's with the Russians.
No more two, red.
Janushkin, Fulmink, Kutsia, Brits, Halbach on his outside. Good charge by Brits. Now a chance here for Halbach. Lovely step on the inside. The first try of the match goes to Dion Halbach.
Oh, great finish from Dion Halbach. Running off his 8th man. It's a great start. They set up themselves. With Philip Britt taking the ball, carrying the ball in 2 hands, keeping them guessing. The call from the inside from his wing, that steps it back on the inside. Clean pair of heels, scores the try. Great start from the Lions. You can see the influence of Sways the brain with his skills. Players carry the ball in 2 hands, giving themselves a chance, using the body swerve. Stepping on the inside, Jan Halbert finishing off, scoring the first try for the Lions in 2013.
No problem for Lionel Crenier. So the first try coming after 22 minutes. I think the Lions will be pretty relieved with this. Great play by Brits, and this was Halbach finishing it off.
Oh, you mentioned they'll be happy with it. They did lose an opportunity in the 22 by a loose pass. But from that kick, the decision making from the back 3 of the Lions, held by the loose forwards, putting away Dion Halbert. He scores the try, just close to the balls, making it easy for Lion Crenier to just knock it over. And now they do build up a lead of 13 points to 0.
Sergei Janushkin. Well, that's far too deep. The Lions could counter from here. Could see it. Gresev. Well, you can bet your life he's not going to pass the ball, Gresev. He just will charge downfield. That big frame of his, Janushkin. That was Zikov, tight head prop. Janushkin again. So Voitov couldn't grab it, but it went backwards. Now Janushkin, the fly half. Little burst there down that right wing by Otrikov.
Otrikov looking for work, going down to the right-hand side, giving options up to Janushki, the number 10, the flyer from Russia. Comes off here on the line, little burst of pace. Always a good option to put the ball on the foot, especially in wet weather conditions.
Also involved there with Babayev. There he is, working over from the left wing, that birthday boy. Obviously decided, I'm not going to get the ball on the left wing, I better go and fetch it.
It's great work from the blindside winger. Babayev, the birthday boys, who called him, giving him a chance, getting himself settled in this game, getting a ball in hand. Scrums and lines have been dominant here at the scrum time.
You hear that quite clearly from referee. Crouch, touch, set. So Otrikov coming into the back line. Yanushkin. Well, that's poor play by the Russian forward. Kutsia. Oh, and he's lost the ball.
Lines setting up a good line, making sure that they put less numbers onto the rack so they can have men on their feet to make the tackles, which puts a lot of pressure on the Russian runners. As they come around the corner, there's an already formed, settled line. So yeah, I just could see her trying to start to make a play up in his 22.
Yeah, it was Garbuzov, the Russian lock forward, who lost it in contact there. And it really is so important that those big men maintain possession in the tackle. No problem for the Lions so far at scrum time. Brits away for Bondisio. Klitschnikov. No, he's in touch.
Oh, great kick from Michael Bondisio. He'd be happy with that. Inside his 23, he had the knowledge of that. He can kick it out on the full, making massive yards, 15 yards up the field. Lions back on attack, the pressure back onto the Russian team. An experienced player out here, Igor Klitschnikov, the fullback of the Russian side, can do anything as the ball was kicked directly out.
Snobeladzi's back on the field. The fellow with the blood nose, there he's in possession now. Yanushkin to Vitenko. You see that they're having real problems getting over the advantage line of the Russians. Yanushkin, I mean, that's, one might say, a really nothing kick there. Kutsia, the Lions have doubled back nicely, but Kutsia deciding to go that route and unsuccessfully.
Well, he had an opportunity there. Everyone worked very hard to get themselves a chance for the counter attack. Anish Kutsia saw the man outside him, went for the kick. Ball coming off just on the side of his foot, of his boot, going off directly, turning over the ball. But he's had a great start. You can see he's keen to try things out. He's willing to run with the ball in hand. He looks strong in the tackle.
He's equally at home playing fly half, and I would say the fullback fly half combination is not a bad one. Good, well, no, I was about to say good line out ball for the Russians, but they've messed it up. Bondisio. Oh, and that's a bad knock on there by Otrikov, allowing the Lions to get on the front foot. Good work there by Warwick Tecklenburg. Haven't seen him carrying the ball all that much. Good here. Good strong run by the fullback. Eventually it's Butenko who pulls him down. Bondisio, Cronier, Bezuidenhout. He's a nippy hooker is Martin Bezuidenhout. Good service by Bondisio's service from the base there. Again, with either hand, he's pretty good. Van Rensburg going into the ruck really well. Cronier popping it up. Well, it might have been a bit more adventurous out wide by the Lions that time. Good line of defense here for the Russians. Mini, nicely away. This is a Kutsia again. Strong tackle by Babayev.
All is going to be physical. The Russians in the tackle. Babayev showing the experience of an international player, making a great strong hit on Andris Kutsia. You see the tackles made by the Russian side. 36, missed about 8. Just shows who's got the ball in hand. Play a much more direct game, the Russians, so it's quite... It makes lots of tackles for the forwards of the Lions, but doesn't really ask the questions outside. to the change in the back line of the lines. They haven't been asked so many questions,
Touch.
but they've been upward the lines on the physical side of it.
Another option which you've just seen is if the ball is knocked on into touch,
Keep them steady.
you then have a
No more.
choice of either a scrum
only
or a
will be a
line
long
out.
Only got a chance to take it a quick one, and you can take it from where the ball's gone out and all the way back to your try line.
Crouch. Touch. Sit.
Gresev. Well tackled by Bondisio.
Off. Wacht.
Now they need a scrum half here, do the Russians. Eventually it is Snobiladze who looks like he's going to get the ball up to his brother. Snobiladze brothers in the front row and at half back are the Yanyushkin brothers who are working together now. Nice little dummy by the brother Sergei. Way that again Temnov is involved with Butenko. Klishnikov, the fullback. It has been one of the problems with the Russians is they do appear to be really battling to get over the advantage line. Their coach, the former Welsh international flanker Kingsley Jones, said in a write-up in the programme this evening that he was hoping that the Russians would play a more expansive game. Of course, the weather hasn't helped, but we certainly haven't seen it. I don't think I've seen their centres get the ball.
Oh, they've been playing a very narrow field, their narrow attack. Very happy to keep the ball close to the forwards.
But there's plenty of endeavour by them on defence.
And the Lions are doing very well. They're chopping the men low, making sure that he doesn't get the yards. And in that way, giving a chance to the second guy who's supporting the defender so he can go for the ball. You can see the tackles are low. And that gives a chance to Martin Bezadno to get in there. And he forges pretty well and he gets a turnover. It's a penalty for holding the ball on the ground by Bebeov.
Now the Lions need a good platform here from which to attack. They've gone to Morstead most of the time. They've used Billy Brits in practice. It goes Morstead, Bondisio to Forster.
More.
So they've made good ground from the line out, have the Lions.
Gives it once.
Upper body strength from the Russians, keeping that ball out from Harold Foster.
Well, they've got it down there. Do good work by Babayev and getting it away now to Chobaladze. Quickly defended by the Lions.
Inside.
Yanyushkin, the charge down is there by Harold Forster.
22.
So Babayev had to really move to get the touchdown.
Oh, backing up well there for his fly. But look at the pressure coming on from Harold Foster, giving himself a chance. Hendrik Rutte, the tall man, sticking his hands up, making himself big. Lions got a positive chance now. They felt that the ball was not taken over by the Russians.
Klishnikov. Well, it's gone a long way downfield. Is it going to? Yeah, look at that. Right up to the Lions' goal line. Kutsia. I don't think that he probably did that on purpose. So Klishnikov deciding to run it out. That might also be a bit too deep. Kutsia again. Trenier quickly wrapped up. Bondisio, Morstead. Oh, Franco Morstead would have been exciting to see him burst free there. Lovely ball by Bondisio. Now Hendrik Rutte. Good committed tackle there by Makovetsky, the number 12 centre.
Michael Bondisio mixing things up. Got a call for Martin Bezadno. Would have probably preferred the ball to stay in field so they can get the ball back. The Russians now do have possession just outside the 22. Lions been very innovative, keeping the ball alive. You can see the forwards there showing good hands. Great skill, especially with the weather conditions.
Well, eventually it goes to Bitenko, down for Snobiladze, who charged by the hooker. Away for Janushkin. Oh, look, one of the more positive bits of play by the Russians.
Oh, they're getting over an advantage line. You can see from that line out. Once they started surging up the field, always going to be opportunities for them. The Lions retreating back. Coming in from the wrong side there, Derek Mini getting pulled up by Lawrence van der Merwe.
Well, the Lions have dropped their possession rate here to 55% of it.
You can see they're not rolling away. Derek Mini playing from the wrong side. Guess he felt he was a tackler, but there was a man over already. The ruck was formed, so he got beaten by the ruck. Normally refs call it these days. Noblinsky brothers have been strong and very physical up front. Not shaking off the hard work, the forwards of the Russian team.
Bit of a wild tap back by Bitenko. Well tidied up by Janushkin. There's a big centre is Markovetsky. Janushkin. Then for Gabuzov. Janushkin again. They like to use their forwards in this situation. Good tackling there by young Harold Forster. Penalty for the Russians in a very kickable position.
First to your feet.
Andrew brought his goal back and looked through for those laws. Hands in the ruck again. The second time he got penalized by the ref.
First to the feet.
Much more positive play from the Russian side. Asking more questions, get more width in their attack. Starting to feel more comfortable in the conditions of Alice Park. Henrik Roth. The tackle was good by Harold Forster. Came in. Now it's a ruck as two players form over the ball. You can't use your hands in that ruck, and Hendrik kept on taking it. Hands in the ruck, and a penalty ensues. Igor Kluchnikov.
Turned 30 earlier this month, and first points on the board for Russia.
Russia changing their tact in terms of their attacking play, moving your ball with more width, and that way asking more questions to this young Lions inexperienced side, but up for the challenge. Henrik Roth being on the wrong side of the ref's call, giving the Russians a chance to put some points on the board. 13-3 the score, the Lions lead.
Cronier. Well, this is quite a useful kickoff by Lionel Cronier. Saw an opening there, kicked it good and low. Educated boot he has.
Queen's College, former fly-off there. Great option, seeing that there was space. Pressure is back onto the Russian team. They just scored the points. They wanted to regain that and focus themselves moving up the field. But now it's a chance for the Lions to put lots of pressure here. Franco Mostert has been good in the lineouts.
Yeah, Franco Mostert, I was about to say, grabbed one of their lineouts. But since then, the Russians have been pretty strong. They use Butenko, the number 7 flanker, a great deal. He's a guy in the grey scrum cap. Whoa, overthrown. Bondisio in position well. Well, a real chance here for the Lions to score as we move very close to half-time, as they've stolen that ball away, worked up by Mostert.
Offside.
Well, they've done a little burst down the middle there. Now, Grenier, well, decided to go with the boot. I think he knew that he was on an advantage there.
6.
Oh, the Russians coming up very hard. always one of the advantages that you get when you're on your 22. You can come up a bit harder.
Well, I think it's going to be Temnov, the number 6 flanker.
He was the first culprit. Called him twice. You're done for that. Get back on side, please.
Well, from the looks of things, quite clearly not happy.
Penalty for the
Andrew
offside.
Temov
Calling the scrum.
being told by Lawrence van der Merwe he's been offside. He's spoken to him a few times. You can see there, trying to find him out there.
Great, let's go, please.
Was offside. You can see clinician the fly off there, bit up on the line. I guess it's probably warned the team from the start, and someone had to get it.
Well, once again, we've got Andries Kutsia standing in a position to get the ball. If they run left and use Kutsia, they will have an overlap here, the Lions. They may just decide to go for the push and penalty try. Oh, no, says Lawrence van der Merwe. The siren has gone for half-time.
Walking around.
Good confidence from this young side.
Scrum down.
Lions have been dominant up there in the scrums.
Michael Bondisio expressing his disgust with Janushkin. I'm not sure that Janushkin can understand what he's saying.
Well, the scrum half's going at it. Nothing changes every year in.
Well, if the Lions do get the upper hand here, Van Rensburg, Bezuidenhout, Dreyer in the tight head position, they get the upper hand here, there could well be a penalty try situation.
Great hit from the Lions. See them washing the ball pretty well.
Very Brits in control. Watch. Yeah, there we go. Penalty try.
It's well deserved by Lions side. They've been dominant up front as we've been talking, calling them up. The front row, JC Janssen, Van Rensburg, Martin Bezuidenhout, Rowan Dreyer, setting up a great platform with a great hit into the scrum. Momentum was built. Ball was back at the back of the scrum, and then the Russians falling away. Second time penalty underneath the poles. Had no choice there, Lawrence van der Merwe. You can see they're working very hard, the Lions forwards. And now the Russians coming around, giving him a chance to play. It's scrumming from the Lions.
So Lionel Crinier just pops the ball over the crossbar, and the Lions, it's a good finish to the half for the Lions. It's been a half in which there have been a lot of spoiling tactics by the Russians, but otherwise I think it's been a pretty workmanlike start to the season for the Lions. The Russians obviously are learning all the time. They've been here for 2 weeks, they've been coaching clinics and that type of thing. So it's 2 tries to the Lions, have taken them up to 19, the Russians on 3. Welcome back to Ellis Park. The Lions leading by those 20 points to 3. It's been pretty good. Kabani Popo is in the interviewing tunnel.
I'm here with the president of the Golden Lions, Mr. Kevin de Klerk. You guys have set up a nice season Lions challenge. How did it go about?
Yes, no, thank you. I think a pretty decent challenge. We believe to take the place of the Super 15 that we were unceremoniously dumped from. Kick off this first game against Russia. I think the pundits out there predicted probably it might be a bit of a runaway game, but I said, you know, like in our day, when you're on tour, that's when your best rugby comes out, and the Russians certainly, as we can see after this first half, have come to play rugby.
You guys are going on a few tours. I see you guys going to North Africa. You can take that back, so you'll take it. Okay. And you guys are going off to North America. Now you get a chance for the youngsters to join and bond each other.
You know, that's quite correct. That certainly is the case. It's a lot of youngsters that we got in the side. As you can see, it's a nice opportunity for them, you know, to go and see a bit of the world. I think America's always...
Set!
Yanushkin, his brother trying to get those outside backs a little bit more involved. Now you see this is the pattern of their play, very much Snobiladze, the hooker, taking that short ball. Now the Yanushkin brothers move it out. They seem a little uncertain as to what to do. Did Sergei that time, playing just his second game for Russia tonight.
It's a great defense
More
line.
experienced brother gets the ball now. Away by Snobiladze, the loose head prop. Yanushkin. Now they've done all the hard work, had the Russians. Can they break the advantage line? Warwick Tecklenburg has been attended to. Now Butenko. Yanushkin. Well, it looked like he wasn't expecting it. Voitov, the captain. Now let's have a look at that line of defense of the Lions. Now they've closed in, they're still not over the advantage line. Janssen van Rensburg, no. Well, you see good low tackling stops it immediately, those moves. Kichnikov, the fullback, came in.
Roll the other way.
You roll
the other way. You
Derek
won't roll to them.
made a good strong tackle.
Tackle. Roll out.
First thing the refs look at, the tackler.
Well,
To your own
certainly
goal line
opened
on the
himself
side.
up there, did Warwick Tecklenburg.
Out of play. Let's go.
Another player
go?
we first saw
Shot,
on the
please.
scenes, playing for Turkeys in the Varsity Cup.
A good open side flanker, hard worker, enjoying his time and getting a chance and opportunity. We spoke to Kevin de Klerk, giving opportunity to the youngsters who want to fight for that jersey, fight for the Lions' pride on this year's Lions
I
Challenge.
don't want it. Thanks.
So the second opportunity for Klitschnikov. And a smoothly taken penalty by the fullback. So 2 penalties now to the Russians.
Our man in the
Come off.
Simbine terminal.
13 white. is
Andrei
also
Timonov.
been subbed. 13 white.
Someone is walking off.
Well, it's Reshnev
Time is off.
who is coming off.
Thank you.
So they actually
Come
literally
on.
at that time had 13 men on the field. Now an opportunity for one of the players, Igor Karashov.
Here's Nushkin. It's a bit of an apology because he didn't gain much ground from that kick. So onto the field is Kurashov. Shibbolitzi on the field for the Lions. Bondisio, Forster. Bondisio again. Mostert.
Number Peter.
Did he hold on to it? Yes, he did well. Bondisio again. Kronier.
Advantage.
Ooh, and obviously the ball a little bit slippery still. Bondisio will go very quickly.
Take advantage.
Shabidi on the field.
10.
Good little run there by the replacement loose forward. He's come on for Tecklenburg. Now, Root. 5-meter line. Bondisio. Cronier has to go on his own and get it back on the inside, offside by Russia.
Go back. Time's off. Captain. Number 2, please.
Valerie
Number 6
Snobryladze.
already in the bin for offside. 11 was twice offside now. Now number 2 again. Right. He wasn't onside, he played him. You were in the 10 while you played. We can't continue with this. Right? If I have to, I put them all in the bin. No, they know the law. You comply, right?
Now you see,
You're in the bin for that one.
Lawrence
Offside.
van der Merwe is
you go.
now speaking Russian. It's amazing how you change your accent. Huh? Then you think they'll understand you better.
What's always the way, communicating
Offside.
skills, I guess, public relations, referees.
Scrum ball.
Well, the sum total of the whole thing is that now the Russians have 13 players on the field. And it's a scrum to the line, so they've been powerful anyway. Now they're going to have to send on a replacement for
3
that
and
man.
7. 3 and 7 sub. 3
Konenko
and 7.
will come on, and also Fatakov.
And the replacement for 2, we need a hooker. For White, because he's now in the bin.
You know, saw Coach Chibibi making his dirty for the Lions, coming on for man in the blood bin.
Thanks.
Warwick.
So 3 forwards coming
And
on for the
Warwick coming
Russians. Volkov will come into that hooking position. Now the Russians are depleted. And remember, just before half-time, they gave away a penalty try at scrum time. So Fatakov is not on the field yet.
7
That
is
was
already
him in
off.
picture.
Over here, over
It'll be
here.
interesting to see how Lawrence van der Merwe calls this one. He already knows he's given a penalty try away.
Now, what have they got? 1, 2, 3
I will
men.
watch that. Sure. There we go. To
1,
the left.
2, 3. How many men have they got in the forwards there? Gavani,
Oh, it seems with
6.
they do have 7-man scrum.
Let's go.
I think it's 6-man scrum.
6-man scrum with the 2 forwards on the bench. Ben on the bin, on the yellow. Was one of their flankers and their hooker.
Crouch.
Well, this scrum of the Russians could go back
Touch.
at a rapid pace.
Sit.
No, they took the 8 out.
Watch this. Watch, they'll just, they ho-hum, they say.
Went down.
Great patience from Billy Britt.
Reset.
See, the Russians have taken out the 8-man aggressive and moved him to the 10th position. So he's defending with the
Try to
backs.
keep your footing, please.
Hence now they
Just try
do
and keep
have
your
6
footing.
men on the scrum.
Don't mess
Still a massive blind side open. 8-9-14 classical call for the side.
up. Crouch.
I guess the forwards are up for it.
Get it
Very
higher.
had a push on the scrum.
Touch. Sit.
Yeah, well, here we go. Brits will hold on. Oh, no. He's gone for a penalty try again. It was almost inevitable.
Load of pressure being put onto the Russian team. Yellow cards not helping. Already they've been struggling that scrum. The line just using the momentum. Great hit from the front row. And everyone working together, all 8.
Captain.
It's
Captain.
a brace for the forwards. Scoring their second try. It's another penalty try from the forwards. Great scrum. On the hit. They keep marching. Little small steps, working together, all 8 of them. Felt there, just hindered. That's why the ball didn't come out the right way. Penalty try. Second try for the Lions forwards. Good work from the scrum.
Lionel Cronier with his 5th successful kick tonight. So the Lions building up a useful lead now.
Oh, great scrumming. Everyone working together. coming from the wrong side. Lawrence feeling that they didn't have a chance to stop that unless they infringed.
Well, I think Michael Bondisia also probably feeling he was robbed of getting on the try scoring list. Brits. Mini.
Play on.
Well, the Russians have robbed it. Good little tap foot by Makovetsky. And I think Shabiri got the touchdown there.
Just going to check it.
Or did he? So, for the first time in the game, Johan Griff is called into action.
Turnover ball here. Ball being kicked through. Seen a big man. Makovetsky stretching out wide. He gets the hand on.
He might have got the try.
I mean, that's why he was celebrating the man. The big centre beat everyone to the ball. First was asking himself the option that he took by kicking the ball in the 22.
Well, he's getting over the top here very well for a big man.
Explosive power.
This is a tough call for Johan Griff. Was it Shabiri who got the first touch? The ball was in motion, so you have to put pressure on it.
Yeah.
You may award the try, so Makovetsky, the centre, has done good work for Russia.
Makovetsky getting himself a try from his initial kick. Did follow through pretty well.
And that is a great kick by the Russian fullback. Good to see the Russian support here as well.
Our Russians will be galvanized by that score. Just the start of the second half, after conceding a try, turnover ball here. Ball was used well. I was asking myself what option was that the man had the pressure, the presence to score the ball, and he garnered it well. Good opportunity, and it was taken by the Russians.
Krisev. Yanushkin. And brother Sergei with the touch find up.
Clearing the field. Krisev has been great taking that ball. Already the Russians upped up the position scales now 58. The Lions trying to build from the dominant scrum territory. The Russians are still up in the second half. You can see by themselves scoring the points. Still with the man in the bin.
Shabiri, well taken by Mini. Bondisia, oh, was that offside? Brits has done well. Krunier, Kutsia. Strong, aggressive tackling there by Gabuzov. Bondisia. Now, can the Lions just get some more momentum going here? Bondisia, Krunier. Not a bad ball, beautifully taken. Wonderful take there from Bezuidenhout. And unfortunately, the pass went forward.
Well, great vision from the Lions backs. Lion Krunier floating a ball over. And a great take from Martin Bezuidenhout. Pass reaching the main. Dion Holdenberg on the outside. Deemed to go forward. Rory Tecklenburg coming back from his blood bin. You can see about the knock on his snout.
Yeah, and also Hanakom there involved in taking a very good ball as well. Tecklenburg. Well, Henrik Russ received attention a couple of times.
Must be one of those trying to run it off. First game of the season. Getting them knocks and bruises. Just getting back into contact. It's their first hit out their lines.
We have on the bench young Hugo Kloppers, the former Worcester Gym and Boerland Craven weak player. Also played in the Marties Varsity Cup side with Hugo Kloppers. He's come up to the Lions now. It looks like Warren Tecklenburg is preparing to come. He will come on in the 25 jersey.
Touch. Set.
Yanushkin, the Lions have really put this Russian scrum to the sword.
Bondage, look on.
You know, you see that it's an area that the Lions realise that they have the upper hand.
Janssen, JC Janssen for Rensbeck, he got called up last year at the end of the year to the Springboks. To relieve the pressure after they had a few injuries.
Well, Garbuzov doesn't look too happy. It probably got in that scrum. It looks like a shin injury there.
Lions walking all over the Russian scrum. Billy Briggs pretty happy. The guys are warming up, trying to get themselves ready for the season.
Well, there are the Lions half-backs, Krunier and Borsov, warming up along with Tecklenburg. And so they may come on as a combination to replace Bondisio and Krunier.
Well, Bondisio and Krunier had a great game, great start. Very happy with their contribution today. Great purchase. Line of Krunier has mixed his game pretty well, taking it up flat to the line. Kicked all his kicks. This year's always great to the service, keeping up the pace and the momentum of the game.
I haven't been that for the whole game.
Well, they're taking some while to get this game on the go from this situation now.
Time on. Crouch.
They still have a man in the bin, the Russians.
Touch. Set.
Bondisio. Hellbach. Forster. Oh, that's not great play by the Lions there.
Forward pass.
Mistimed. Tecklenburg takes the field.
Bit of deception. Moving the blindside wing into the first receiver from the scrum.
Well, Shabiri will say he's had a run for the first time in a Lions jersey as he leaves the field.
There you go.
There we go. Certainly built lad. Come up through the Lions ranks.
Yeah, get it higher. Same height as the Come on. Come on. Let's go. Time off. Let's go.
Стоим, парень! Слушай меня! Опять! Хорошо!
Time is on. Crouch! Touch! Set!
Rain coming down again. Yanushkin. Good running off the ball there by Babayev.
9.
Oh, losing his feet there on the clean on Babiev.
Yanushkin, the scrum half, over enthusiastic.
Just not getting momentum when they play, the Russians.
9. Siligov.
Seemingly to lose their footing in the racks and balls. No momentum when they play. Now they're under pressure again. Line of Krunier looking for the touchline.
Good kick by the Lions fly half.
Just the pressure's telling for the Russians. See the man isolated, losing his feet there, Yanushki. Really supporting his body weight. Spotted by the ref. Penalty ensued. Penalties conceded by the Russians. 13-5 to the Lions. That's been the Achilles heels, I guess, for the Russians.
Bondisio, Krunier. Well, they could force this over now. The Lions are coming in numbers in a big way here. Root, driven over the line, gets the try.
Lionel Cormier taking the ball flat up, making sure that he gets over the advantage line, setting up a chance for his big man, Hendrik Root, coming around the corner, beating the Russians around. You see Hendrik Root coming back from death, running onto the ball, using his body weight. Help from his mates there, scores the try. Great set play from the Lions. Something that they've been doing when they were warming up. See, the body position was great. Support play from the other forwards, using the momentum in the wet weather conditions. Try for the Lions.
Yeah, good aggressive support there from Franco Mostert. So the second name goes onto the try scoring list. Dion Helbach, 1-2 penalty tries, and Cormier good with the conversion.
Good picture, so you enjoyed this game. Taking the ball flat, Lionel Cormier, no questions, giving a chance to his forwards by getting over the advantage line. And a great try from the forwards. Hendrik Root coming in, support play from Franco Mostert, using the momentum and the weather conditions. Body weight over.
Back onto the field comes Snobeladze, who's been in the sin bin. Brits did well to control, but there was foul play there by Tecklenburg.
Oh, man, in front of the man receiving the ball, obstruction. Tecklenburg picking up Willy Brits.
Ross Cormier on the field. So the Russians deciding to set up the line out.
Guess it worked on their line-out drives. They want to set this thing up. Tecklenburg.
Yeah, we've also got Marnitz Boshoff making his first appearance for the Lions.
Tecklenburg making himself a buffer there between the ball carrier and himself and Russian defenders.
Because 9 is in.
Penalty. Obstruction.
Well, it's well grabbed there by Fatakov. The Lions not competing, but they didn't form the ball very quickly either. Well, almost could be a judge to have picked the ball up in the ruck again. Strong work there from number 6, Timnov. Aggressive. Good low tackle by Mostert. You see, they don't have much more to offer than this type of movement, the Russians.
Very narrow attack from the Russians.
Snobeladze once again, the hooker, he's prominent in ball carries, and they've stolen away. Cormier with a good clearance. Work there for Kurashov. No, they're really under pressure here. Good pick-up, great tackle by Willy Brits with a good pick-up there, and the penalty goes the way of the Lions. Willy Brits getting the high 10 there.
It's great work from the young man from the Lions. Good hard work. Kick the ball. The Lions were strong. They bring the pressure on the tackler. And the Russians not coming from the side to trying to secure that ball. Just the turnover ball from Derek Meany from the 22, and the pressure pin put back into the Russians. Another line setting themselves up a chance. You can see hard work coming in from Harold Foster, making the tackle very Brits. Not coming in from the back, from the last man's feet there. Could have scored. And pinned by the referee, Lawrence van der Merwe.
Now, it probably will be a line out formed, and then they'll try and maul it over. Martin Bezuidenhout getting a little bit of towel to ball there as the rain continues to come down at a very steady drizzle. There's Frank Mostert. Now, here we go with the maul. Stopped momentarily.
Football lost there.
Last feet.
Now, have the Russians turned this over? Yanushkin. Yeah, good defense. And well cleared by the Russian scrum half.
Well, the experience of the Russian forward pack, getting themselves amongst the Lions forwards, turning over that ball in that maul.
Yeah, and one's got to say, a little bit of a disappointing maul there for the Lions as they now bring on their replacements, Francois Dutoy and also Jacques van Rooyen, the former TUT, the Tshwane University of Technology front ranker from Pretoria North High School. Worcester does the job at block again. Full mink from Borshoff. Charge there from Van Rooyen. Now Tronier, they're lining up. Warwick Tecklenburg. Try number 5 for the Lions. Supporters to their feet.
Oh, what a run from Jacques van Rooyen. First touch of the ball, getting over the advantage line. Ross Cronier takes advantage. Great offload in the tackle. Here he is. Drops the shoulder onto the big man. Momentum is going forward. Cronier is always going to ask questions there. And a great work and support from the loose forward Warwick Tecklenburg, scoring a try in his first game for the Lions. 39 points to 13.
It's Borshoff kicking the conversion.
Just the Lions attack play. The momentum of getting over the advantage line creates lots of opportunities, especially for nippy scrum offs like Ross Cronier. Offloading the tackle was great. Depth from a support play from Warwick Tecklenburg, scoring the try under poles. Playing towards the ball, the flanker gets a well-deserved try for his support play.
Not too many replacements on the field for the Russians. Well controlled by Helbach. Ooh, and it might have been stolen there.
Holding on.
Yeah, good play by the Russians there.
Oh, got themselves in the right body position there. Tackle was made. Man was on the ground. But try scorer there. Marko Vetsky.
Sergei Yanushkin will just poke this ball downfield.
Oh, they had a good drive the first time when they got down here. The tackle was nice and low. See the body position where your man is isolated. Makovetsky stinging that ball. Hands in the small from the Lions to clean up.
Well, he's done some good work, the big Russian centre, including being awarded the try. It takes by Kresev. Counter maul by the Lions.
Patience needed
Is
there
it
by the
one?
Russians.
Ball over.
Well, the pick and go again is pretty continuous from the men in white. Pick up there by Temnov.
On your feet, White.
Oh, again, just the discipline and staying on their feet there. They're very comfortable with the pick and goes, just
Clean the threat.
accuracy when they're cleaning over their players,
Until the
making
ball.
sure that they stay on their feet. I think, yeah, Johan Ackerman will be happy with the way that this player's been going at it. They're chopping men low, making sure that they get over the ball, and then putting loads of pressure in this team from Russia.
Well, we've had 23 minutes in the second half, and the Lions have already just more than doubled their score.
Just the accuracy here from the Russians. You see the head as below his hips, and that way he can't support his body weight.
Clean the
Already
threat.
seeing the ball over. And penalties has been barely Achilles heels. Lions will be happy with the 90% there.
Yeah, I think the one lineup they didn't get was through a poor throw in Forster. And Franco Mostert has
I
been
just
the
lost my
guy.
whistle, that's why it was delayed.
Now, they've had a number of forward passes. the Lions, which they'll have to clear up pretty quickly.
Oh, it's always very difficult to judge that run, especially with the wet weather ball. How long is going to pull it? Knowing the centre, you have to set yourself up, get your team over the advantage line. Harold Foster's done well here inside centre.
Next week, the Lions take on the Cheetahs here at Ellis Park.
Lions challenge.
Crouch.
It's a great initiative from the Union.
Yeah, well, you see those 11 handling errors is not a good stat for the Lions.
With the position that they have, it's always going to weigh in their favour. The fact that they have more ball in the Russians.
Higher than your hips.
But just the accuracy, this is something that we look into. The fine-tuning that the coaches have to do with the players.
Crouch.
Sit up. Knees.
Touch. Set.
Now Yanushkin, one of the few times they pop it out wide, pays off for them. Just working it back to their forwards. Fatakov that time. Yanushkin, has he given the ball away? Tronier. Well, he's done pretty well here, has Ross Tronier. If he can set up a ruck here, was a real difficult position. Good play there by Jacques van Rooyen again.
Use it.
Just moving the ball infield, giving themselves a chance to settle down.
Bosov, Kutsia. Now Hanekom. Hanekom, has he found the room? Yes, he has for Halbach. Good continuity there by Francois Dutoy. Promising move by the Lions. Tronier, Formenko took his eyes off it.
It's probably the third time he's got the ball. Anthony Folmick. He'll be disappointed with that. But great start from the Lions. Playing from behind the poles, seeing the space and taking the opportunity to go wide, and the momentum and the offloads and the tackle, promoting the ball. Very comfortable with ball in hand.
So Vinnie Brits has had a pretty workmanlike evening. He's replaced by Chabidi, Claude Chabidi.
All done.
You'd be happy with his contribution. The big number 8 controlling the ball in the back of the scrum.
Getting congratulations there from Mustafa Boomgaard, the
Come on.
manager. And also off the field is Ron Dreyer.
Touch.
Jacques Kotza on the field now, so we've got the new front rank for the Lions.
I cannot continue with the sequence because there's movement in the scrum. Anchor the packs, keep it steady, then we can continue. I understand it's a pre-season game.
Scrum's been very difficult for the Russians. Pretty much dominant by the Lions.
Come on.
Fresh new
Crouch.
front row. I think Derek Minnie's taken over the captaincy. Experienced man.
Set.
More power scrummaging, but they've done well. Getting away to the right winger, and then down the line, disappointing knock-on advantage for the Lions. Here's Forster, gives chase. It's Yanushkin, the fly half, who's back.
Lost feet,
Well
right?
not to dive onto the man, waiting for him to get up on his feet. Great discipline.
Well, under real pressure here, the Russians.
Now.
Yanushkin really, all he can do is get it back to his full back. Klitschnikov. Good clearance by the experienced, tall man.
I'm not going to warn you every
Bit
time.
of change in tactics by the Russian side, trying to go wide. Hands letting them down there. Mikhail Babiev knocking the ball on, getting themselves under the pressure. Just outside the 22, the Lions going to set up their attacking play. from the line-out. Grissom is taking the ball up pretty much. He's done very well tackling. All is a willing recipient to carry the ball.
Was stolen from a short throw by Bezuidenhout.
Hands in the ruck there.
Can't play it with your hands.
Yeah, they've got a problem in that area, have the Russians. I think that must be about the 4th penalty that they've had against them for hands in the ruck. And he's about the main culprit, Temnov. Hard-working number 6.
I think the experienced players and the international players, they'll address that, use their feet in that ruck. See, puts his hand onto the ball. What about now?
Oh no, it's the hooker.
Well, he's been another man as well.
He's been one of the other culprits. That's 16 penalties conceded, overthrown by the Lions, but well recovered by Forster. They're on the move here. Strong barging run. You see how Franco Morstead comes in. Very hard in support. Trunier, Chibini.
What? Thank you.
Rolled over there. That
What
it might have been
offside?
Anthony Formink was there.
Taking advantage for it.
Good line speed from the Russians. They seem to come up very hard from the line.
Bossov's done pretty well to get that position. Now Trunier. It's a little chance here for Van Rooyen. Trunier. Kutsia. And another penalty to the Lions.
17 penalties to 7 for the Lions.
1.
Kutsia. The dummy.
Dion Howard supporting him.
Trunier. Oh, beautiful hands by Hanekom. And the dive for glory. I think it's Bossov. Who's got the try.
His debut game for the Lions. Manitz Bossov scoring on the side. Great hands from Stokes Hanekom. Almost a no-looker pass. Impressed with the skills of all the handling errors do pick up now and then. But just the confidence from the Lions. Static, no-look pass, just using their hand, beating the man, ball into the corner. Good hands from Stokes Hanekom. A try from Bossov for his first game for the Lions.
Yeah, we've seen some really neat handling by the Lions, number 13, Stokes Hanekom. Learned his ruck at Paul Gym. It's Bossov with the most difficult conversion attempt for the Lions this evening. I was going to say of the evening, but Klishnikov had a very difficult one from the touchline, which he succeeded with. Now, this young man began his rugby at Nelspruit and just wide. That's the first unsuccessful kick of the evening by either side.
Kicking has been class. With his hands from Stokes Hanekom, giving the ball to Manitz. Scores in the corner. Lions been good value for points and conversion rates, especially when they get into the 22. Making sure that they do go away with something, either a penalty or a try.
Chaviri. Well together that to make a little bit of ground. Trunier, Bossov. Well, they're deciding to run the ball from that position, and Kutsia's actually covered pretty well. It's work here for Sugrabov. And judging the kick pretty well.
Oh yeah, giving it an inside-outside kick there. Lions starting to stretch the game a bit more, trying to play with more width of the game.
Come off.
See a substitution coming on. Ruan now getting his debut. And Dion Holdenberg coming off.
Come on.
Number 14 from the Lions.
Ruanel, who's also come up through the Lions ranks from Brandbach in the East Rand. This is Hanakorn, beautiful run by him. Now, he's got a man who's outside, he finds him. Has he got the pace? No, it's a great cover tackle there. Good tackle by the fullback. Klitschnikov. So, onto the field right now, hardly a chance to warm up. And he has to show some pace.
Oh, well taken from line out. The width that they're starting to play with now. It's well taken gap, carrying the ball in two hands, making them guess. The way he straightens here, takes the man on his outside, gives the ball to the winger. One now, just really good. Ball protection was key there. Lost the opportunity, but still Keith Heineken will be very happy with the way things have been going for him on this evening. Taking line, breaks, play for Junior World Cup in 2009. He was part of the outside players in the Stormers back in 2009. Very talented, tall player.
Set.
Great skills from the man.
Gresev stopped for a moment there by Krinier, but got the Russians onto the front foot and winning the penalty.
It's just
Tackler roll out. Let's go, tackler.
Rolling roll out. Has to make a much more bigger effort than that. A bit of consistency from Lawrence van der Merwe. Just find something that they have to work on, and those penalties rolling away after you made the tackle. Or showing an effort to do.
So 2 penalty tries to the Lions, 4 tries they've scored in the second half. So without doubt getting the upper hand from a courageous Russian side. You can see the kids in the background there.
Enjoying the Spark crowd.
Well taken by Kiselev, one of the replacement forwards. Not feeling the ball away there, Kudashov.
Building up nicely.
Scrum down, red ball.
Stocky's Honeycomb tackling on the ball again.
Gone white.
One player who stood out this evening. Him and his second partner, Harold Foster. Received the ball, tossed the ball, received the ball 10 times, made a line break. He'll be happy with the meter that he's gained. He's all about trying to get over advantage and making sure that the forwards get good goal forward ball for them from these setups. The young man, only 19 years old.
Touch. Set.
Worked up by Mini for Krinier. Oh, it was a bit of a hospital pass. And it's Monitz Borsov who was on the receiving end. Doesn't seem too concerned.
Oh, dummy runners, no one bored. Babiev, man with experience, 27 years old. Ball travel a bit longer in the air. Got a clean shot of his ribs.
Well, when you're in midfield and you see that situation, your eyes light up. Because the coaches will say, fatten them.
Playing a very flat ball. You can see that the pass is a bit laboured.
Gresev, Yanushkin, brother Sergei, and then that replacement player, Kurashov, who seems to be playing a sort of roving role in a way.
Play on, balls out.
Good work there by Yanushkin, the little scrum half. Now worked up for Kiselev, or Fatakov rather. Fatakov, one of the World Cup representatives who was in the original starting lineup, but then, oh well, that's a real nutting kick, I'm afraid.
Oh, I just gave away the possession there. The Russians, they were starting to build a bit of momentum with the ball in hand, asking better options. Just a kick to nothing. Gave away the possession back to the Lions. Now they're going to relieve this pressure that they had. Opportunity.
Oh, look at that. We've had rain here all day long. Started, I reckon, at about 8 this morning. and has hardly let up.
59 points that we purchased from this rain.
Forster.
6 wide, hands off.
Trunier. Well, these guys, Van Rooyen now making the charge.
Backwards off white, play on.
A little bit of trouble there for
play on.
Otrikov. The Lions now drive it. They want to keep that infield. Chibidi was the last player in possession there.
Oh, he did well just to get out there. He was not tackled in the attack. Just should have worked a bit harder, get away from the 5-meter yard. It's a turnover ball now, line out for the Russians. See Devi. Claude making his debut for the senior side tonight.
Snobeladze. That's well taken eventually there by Fatakov. Janushkin. Now, can they... Ooh, dear me. Work here for Kurashov.
Over the ball. Counter-rack is good. Stay on your feet.
Tackle from
Stay on your feet when counter-rack.
Errol Foster.
Over the ball.
Hugo Klippers was there quickly to clear the situation for the Lions. The new man who hails from the Boerland area, Franco Mostert. He's had a very good line-out game tonight, good support game as well.
Oh, the line speed coming up there. Manit Boshoff will be happy with that hit, and he puts on to the 10, getting all what he got, the treatment, putting it back, putting a bit of hurt to the Russians, introducing himself to his opposition 10.
So the first of 15 games coming to an end here in this Lions challenge. They've challenged the others. They're going to play the South African franchises in Super Rugby. Good line-out play there by Fatakov. Janushkin. Oh, it's good low tackling turnaround. Mini. Bosov. Forster. Hanakov. Foreman. Trunier. Bosov. Oh, nice opening there. Found. Beautiful run here. As Ruanel, who gets the try with his second touch in a Lions jersey.
Anyone? A yellow flag. Time off. Time off.
Well, there's time off, and now
Go on.
the TMO will be called in to make a decision
John,
here.
can you hear me?
One of the new situations in terms of the role of the TMO.
Go on, Greef. Just want to check a foul play, please. Yep, just wait for me.
Well, there might have been somebody just barging
Johan, can you
a
hear me?
Russian player off the ball.
Yes, Lawrence.
Go on. Last pass. I'm expecting a dangerous tackle by 15 white. Could you
Okay.
check that for me, please?
Okay, I'll do that.
Dangerous tackle by 15 white, so that in fact will not have any effect on the game. There goes 15 white, lifting up a spike tackle. So it makes no difference to the Lions' try by Ruanel, which takes him up over the 50-point mark. But there could be a bit of trouble here for Kluchnikov. Not quite sure what they're going to do.
Well, thank you very much. I've got a
Be
decision.
on a suspension as they
15.
go to play in Europe.
That's dangerous. Can't do that right now, sorry.
So that's a disappointing end to the Russian fullbacks game.
Time is on.
So all to come in this game is for Manus Borsov to try and kick this conversion. And the Lions will either end with 51 or 53 points. The Russians have defended gamely, but the Lions more cohesion. Their scrumming was powerful. That's all bad luck for Manus Borsov, striking the upright. And so that is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tries in the second half. They got 2 tries in the first half to the Lions. It's been a good second half for them. The Russians with the try by their big centre, but otherwise not an awful lot to offer by the Russians. They need to get into a situation where they use their possession with more flair and with more thought, really. They just pick and go and pick and go and pick and go. To sum up the Lions game, I think Johan Ackermann and Swayster Brain and JP will be pretty happy with the way things have gone for the Lions. In their first outing on the night, the Russians have formed up and they're thanking the crowd for their presence, and I thank them too. Fantastic for them to come. We'll be back with interviews.
And the Lions won the first game of the season by 51 points to 13. I'm here with the losing captain, Alexander Foitov. Tough game for you guys?
Yeah, it was a really tough game for us, but I think we should take some experience from this game and we will work forward to make our game better. Because we came just from 2 weeks of conditional practicing, we doesn't play rugby. It was like a first game for us at this season as well, because we came from Moscow. It's really hot up there, minus 20 degrees, a lot of snow, and there is 2 first weeks in the summer in South Africa. So I think we should take some good things from this game and go forward.
How are you guys going about setting yourselves up for the European Nations Cup? See your first game on the 2nd of February against Spain?
Yeah. This game was like a preparation for game against Spain. So we hope we will play better, and I hope we win.
Good luck and thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now the winning captain, JC Jansen van Rensbeck. Well done. Happy with the performance?
Yeah, happy for the first game. Obviously, we tried a few things. We could have kept the ball a little bit better, but I'm really proud of the guys.
Will you guys be happy with the way I see you guys are starting to play with more width in your play?
Yeah, obviously, we want to try and give the ball a bit of air. Small errors now and then, but I'm really happy.
How tough was it up front there with these forwards from Russia?
Yeah, it's a proud country, and we didn't know what to expect, but I must say I'm proud of my boys. We stuck to our guns, and today we were the winners.
Thank you so much. I see the 2 captains going to share a bit of change and exchange the ties. JC van Rensbeck and Alexander Foitov.